D.R.A.M.A TV 27 Live here. We got the founder of Breaking the Chains, Kevin Dolphin, Dr. John REUWER, founder of BNG, D.R.A.M.A. All right, we want to tell the little people about some of the events and programs that we have coming to the city. We want to start with Dr. John REUWER. Give the people a little information about yourself and the organization that you're working with.
Yeah, so I'm a career ER doctor who spent an awful lot of years taking care of people who hurt themselves and each other. And at this time in my life, I'm just interested in helping people stop thinking they need to hurt each other to get along in life. So I moved to Harrisburg at the invitation of my brother who lives here to help reduce the amount of violence in the streets. And I've met some wonderful people since I've been here. Anthony and Kevin, who are doing some amazing things. When I visited last year, I hadn't met these guys yet, but I saw a lot of other people doing wonderful things too, and I couldn't figure out with so much goodwill why there was so much violence. And there's a couple of things happening, but one is most of the programs here are what we call in the conflict resolution field peace building. People are doing good things to make the structures better so that people can grow up, kids can grow up more safely. But what's been missing is peacekeeping. Somebody actually stopped the violence. You know, one shooting occurs, there's 20 kids in the neighborhood that see that and think that's somehow normal. And that undoes a lot of the good that these guys are doing and so many other people are doing with the programs. And what's wonderful about working with these organizations is they go into the streets and they're willing to interrupt the violence in a way that finds the people most at risk for violence, actually stops it, and then invites those folks into the peace building programs that are so critical. These guys do that very, very well.
Okay, now can you tell me some of the programs that are ideas that you guys are collaborating with to bring to the community?
Yeah, the biggest is a program called Cure Violence that I'm coordinating a task force and bringing to the city of Harrisburg. Mm-hmm. What's neat about this is a program that started in Chicago about 10 years ago that treats violence like a disease of the brain that spreads like a contagion. It's not the poverty or the homelessness or even the godlessness that actually causes the violence. Those are all fertilizers for violence. But what actually causes violence is exposure to violence. And Cure Violence is a scientifically proven model that interrupts violence in a way that reduces it wherever it's implemented. And we hope to bring that here.
Okay. Now, go to the founder of BNG, D.R.A.M.A. Now, you've been doing a lot of, positive work in the community along with Brother Kevin Dolphin. Can you tell the viewers a little bit about your organization and what BNG stands for and what your goal is for the community?
Well, Loop is a left-out organization program that provides programs for inner-city youth all over Harrisburg and beyond Harrisburg. And one of the things is those programs is, flag football, basketball, baseball, as far as one-on-one mentoring, field trips, stuff like that, and also connecting them to programs like Fatherhood with Nathaniel Gaston and several other programs throughout the Harrisburg. And we also provide, like with the Hamilton Help Center, to get them the necessary help that they need for anything as well for wellness, the children, and just a mass of things that's dealing right with the community.
Yeah, now that's a very interesting name. Left Out Organization Program for Boys and Girls. How'd you come up with that concept?
Well, it came about because, there were some kids that I thought that wasn't really getting a fair chance to participate in some of the programs that was provided throughout the Harrisburg area, and because they were left out, and the name in itself came from various people in the neighborhood, in the community, and that's how the name Loop came about, is Left Out Organization, because I only had Left Out at one time.
Okay.
And of course we came up with the program piece, so there you have it.
Very powerful. Mr. Dolphin, we're breaking the change. The same question goes for you. Very positive. You two are joined at the hip. See a lot of your work out here in the communities. Tell the people what made you came up with the concept of breaking the chains, and how important is that to you?
Well, understanding the concept of breaking the chains, I sat down in prison and contemplated on all of the violence and destruction that I had caused to this city. And as I was doing my prison term, I thought about many different things, but one of the most significant things that I thought about was my cousin Anthony Burnett and the work that he's been doing out here for over 16, 17 years. He's been doing this same thing, and it helped to spur me to want to do more with myself. So, like Dr. John said, violence is a learned behavior. So we have to break those chains and restore the links. See, restoration is a powerful word. So when we bring that restoration, we begin to wake up the people, link by link. So breaking the chains is, man, I can't even take the credit for the name, because I'll just say God gave me the name. I didn't make it up, man. And I'm privileged to have the name, and I'm going to do everything that I can to make sure that not just everyone in Harrisburg, but everyone in the world knows about Luke BNG and breaking the chains. Right now I am in contact with a couple of people from Kenya, and we're reaching out to them, and maybe we can, if we can't get there, that we may be able to send some things that will be able to help them. So
format.
Yes, so we're going to break the chains, and there will be no one left out by the time we're finished. So people in Harrisburg and people in New York, Atlanta, South Carolina, Cleveland, it's many people that are joining. They're looping up and they're linking up with our organizations. And this cure the violence thing that Dr. John is proposing to the city is what this city needs. So as we continue to reach out, we ask the people as well as the city officials to reach back. Not saying it because it's our organizations, but we are the streets. We don't wait for the community to come to us. We come to the community. Right now, we're out in Hillside Village, and we're also in the South Side Hall Manor. Every Sunday, we feed the kids breakfast. We teach them about God. We teach them life skills. And we also teach them academic skills. See, the significance of Luke BNG and breaking the chains coming together is that balance. See, when you have that well-rounded balance, then you're able to give not only the child, but the adult what they need. Because as Dr. John will attest to, you need that wellness in your life, physically and mentally. So this is what we bring to the table. Cure violence is what this city needs. We're bringing it to you, and we ask you to loop up and link up.
That's our main focus, is to stop the violence. That's why we're out here tonight, because we want to come straight directly to you. We want to put everything else on hold, and we want to come straight at you with stopping the violence. That is a serious thing. And I believe both programs wrap that whole thing up. And I'm not saying that, we're not saying that we're the only programs that's out here. But we want to be right in your neighborhood. We want to be right there where everything is going down at, so that we can make a difference. And I appreciate John, Dr. John, for even teaching us and learning us about this violence, this stuff that we're going to need to go directly at hands-on.
So this is
what this is all about. is love overcoming fear. All violence is based on fear in one form or another. And we believe that perfect love casts out fear. And that's what we're inviting everybody to give up their fears and join us and make this city a little bit of the kingdom of heaven on earth.
So this seems like a very powerful collaboration, man. I want to commend all three of you guys, man, on the work that you're doing. The city definitely needs revitalized. And just to put out there, man, you know there are several other organizations. So there is you wouldn't mind working with any of these organizations where you see fit?
Everybody.
Everybody.
All hands on deck for
Everybody.
the city.
One chain,
One chain.
one world.
The one thing we want, though, is that we have one. There's one thing we have is this. There's many minds, many hands, but one goal.
That's right.
We have one goal. So when you come and you collaborate with us, we want to do that. We want to just have one goal, and that goal is to stop the violence. Stop the violence in our community, and we're going to be taught. So when you come out, be ready to be taught and learn how to do it. And it's just not us just going out and doing it. We're not going to do that. We're going to learn and be taught, and then we're going to go out and do it.
All right. I want to thank all you gentlemen for your time and your concern for the community. D.R.A.M.A TV 27 Live, Uptown Harrisburg. Thank you very much.